Libra, welcome to Mountain Medicine Tarot. My name is Mindy Lou Mayhew, and I'm here to guide you through this framework. What we have is a medicine wheel. We are going to go from this bottom quadrant right here, represents your past. Let me give a quick shuffle. It's your past and your relationships. It's represented by the animal wolf, which runs in a pack, so it has to do a lot with other people in this area. And that we move to the inner space. That's like your inner working, your within space, your sacred space, the part within your body, still smells voice, that type of thing. This is kind of your big strong voice. This is your higher knowing, this is your channeling, this is your third eye opened area right here. And right here is your next step forward. So this is what to be keeping in mind when we move into 2018. Right here is kind of like future and your action steps. So let's get started with what we have here, then we'll use some of these other decks in order to move forward. So first we have the burdens. Everybody always has to have some sort of burdens in their past, and I guess it is up to you guys, Libra, to be the people with the past burdens. Happens to all of us at one point or another, and it's totally fine. We just need to not beat ourselves up. So this basket right here is kept as kind of a backpack, and the people would carry these backpacks around, and obviously the old or the weak or the young would keep small backpacks, and the big strong warrior people would have big backpacks. So it's very important to only carry as much as you know that you can handle, and to not carry other people's things. You have to make sure to only be carrying the things that you need. And with this coming up as being a past, it's probably something that's within yourself that you are hanging on to, maybe a past trauma, past hurt that maybe we need to let go of, but we'll find out more later. When we go within, we have here the peyote ceremony. It has to do with this water bird right here. This water bird is kind of diving in, and you can see we've got kind of a circle here, and he goes into this flower shape. So the water birds are all about self-reflection, and here we have self-reliance. So this is all about your inner workup. You've been doing the inner work, which is really good, because what we find when we reflect upon ourselves is more abilities, more happiness. Sorry, that is my dog. Harley, stop. She chases the cat. So that's the rambunctiousness. Sorry about that. So this is the water bird, which focuses on self-reflection, because obviously they just have these really long legs and they look down. So the native people would put that together as being a reflection and concentrating on their reflection. So they're actually seen as this very spiritual being, because they are so willing to look at themselves. So when we're looking at this, we dive into the kind of this vortex, this black hole, to find out deeper into what it is that we're hanging on to, what is it that we need to maybe let go of, and to really be careful with ourselves in this space, because when there's burdens and things in the past that are kind of coming with us along to this black hole, it can be easy to let our left brain get in there and turn into ego and turn into some mean and not so kind things that we say to ourselves. So just be very kind to yourself in this space and do the grounding work, which is all over here. And let's see what your guides have to say to you. All perfect. Great mystery, the source of the universe and universal knowing. So this is very powerful to have in this space. Honestly, Libra, this is the absolute best spaces to define the cards that you have. This is universal knowing, which is the crack of the universe. The only thing on the other side here is you. It is your energy, your vibe, your higher knowing, your higher self, and wants to communicate with you and tell you that things are happening perfectly, because burdens belong in the past, abilities of how you see yourself are within you, original source energy is above you, and to move forward, we have everything manifested that you need. I don't know that I've ever seen a reading that's more perfect. This is the place of manifestation, and this is the place of getting the thing of which you want. So I don't know if maybe this, it's recording. Sometimes the universe will have things like this happen where it's perfect duality when something is going on. So let's figure this out. Let's do some clarifiers here with these other cards. Luckily, we have more decks to bring out. All of my decks are Native American. They go from all spanning across 2 continents. So let's go back to this burden over here. In the past, this says Stone of Ancestors. So stones represent ancient ancestors, also represent ancient. So it's about having your higher self guide you to make choices that have to do with your highest good. So it's about taking in your maybe parental figures. We've got lots of like smoke here. It's about wisdom, about taking what advice you are receiving and putting it to practice in a way that makes the most sense to you. Maybe there's a decision that's kind of holding you down. Maybe there's parental or hierarchy type thing going on. Alright, Strength of the West. Holy crap. And this is the Western space. So, honestly, still, just could not get more perfect. When we're working on ourselves, that is the space of a meditation. It's the space of the bear because we create what we call a cuddle cave. That's what I call it, where we can really work on ourselves by closing the door and searching into parts of ourselves that we want to know. One of the most beneficial things that a tarot reader said to me one time was, there's parts of you that you don't even know yet. So it's important to know that source energy is giving you experiences in order to shape you into your future self. So in order to do that, you have to instill patience. You have to, you do not have to meditate. I know there's a little bit of a stigma around meditation because it's known to be this difficult thing to do, which it really isn't. It's just about tapping into this space right here and this space right here and diving into it in a space that feels comfortable to you. And I'll talk to you at the end about my group program. That's the way to work with me, is to do my group. And that is just because I'm going to have different exercises on how to do that and how to kind of ease your way into meditation in a way that doesn't sound scary. Because it really isn't. It's all about your inner strength, and it's about connecting you to your higher self in order to gain messages, because we can have guides and spirits, and we can have tarot readers and all sorts of other ways of knowing, but really it all happens within yourself. And it looks to me like if the next step, the action step, is to have your needs manifested with this right here, there's really no going wrong. Oh, wow. Oh, my word. I have never. This means this. These are the same. The mystery void. Great mystery. Libra, what is going on? You guys have just, like, unlocked perfection, apparently, because I have never seen it be this perfect. This is the space where it belongs, and this is what it means. Good fortune coming your way. Maybe that's all it is. You just needed some solidification of things are going in your favor. We have the purple color up there, which represents crown chakra, moving forward with your brain, kind of giving yourself space to heal while also giving yourself space to receive messages. So really the duality is there. I have never ever seen such a reading. Alright, so this one's been coming up a lot. It's the space of Capricorn. That doesn't necessarily mean there's a Capricorn coming into your life. It can mean that, but more like just taking on the energy of a Capricorn person. Capricorns are very wise. They have this universal knowing at their disposal, and they're really good teachers. They are leaders in this like wisdom front, and you've got a lot of this star nation going on. This is like the double star. This is the only thing that goes against, like right here, if we would have gotten Aries, then it would have been perfect. But this is an earth sign, an earthy thing, but it's about moving forward in the mind. So this is like the brink between being grounded and moving forward. So from me being on the outside looking in, it looks to me just like everything is going really smooth. Okay, so let's do some more of these clarifiers because I am so curious. Okay, so next we're going to do some animal medicine. Figure out what animals we can take on to fully understand and move forward. This Libra, December 2017, past. Let's go past for Libra 2017. Alright, so with this burden, we've got whales. Ooh. And this goes with the super ancient energy. Records keeping. So it has to do with stones. Kind of the same energy there. The whales are very massive, very ancient. They're probably one of the closest things we have to dinosaurs. So, records being kept, smooth sailing. It's all about like free will and free flowing. There's really nothing that can hold whales back. They're one of the most massive creatures in the planet. I'd say on the planet, but they're kind of in it. Very good energy there. It's very ancient, very wise, very massive. I feel like you have something to offer the world on a very massive scale, which could be teaching. Teacher. So that is coming from you. Once you achieve this place of meditation, I feel like once you achieve these new abilities that you're working on, and maybe it's that you're looking for a career path and not sure where to go. Alright, and there is fear around the Star Nation. So if you're scared of meditating, don't be. There's nothing there but your higher self and these energies of wisdom and grace and free-flowing energy. It's really a wonderful experience. I'd love to guide you through some. I'm going to do some guided meditations in my group program. So, yeah, there's no need to be scared of the void, like the crack in the universe. Then we have the Raven, which represents magic. Wow. You are such a powerful creator. Wow, so the raven may not have a voice, but they're still very powerful. They're one of the larger birds, and they represent bringing in new abilities, a lot like that one over there. So there's just nothing to be scared of. I feel like you just need to trust yourself. Everything's going so perfectly in this reading. I just really don't see any energies coming in for you. I just kind of see you needing to apply this framework of just going to your past, then within, then up, then forward. So just trust yourself. All of the burdens that have happened is probably experiences, maybe past relationships, past experiences. They're all there to teach you what you're capable of. Maybe you're just capable of understanding really large amounts of information, and that goes pretty well with the teaching. And that can be anything. Online consulting is becoming more and more popular. Let's see, this isn't popping out. We have a death card that was upside down. Death just represents rebirth. There's nothing to be feared when it comes to death. It's all about starting anew. So maybe there's these burdens going on that you're carrying around with you. Higher guidance is coming to you. Could be in the form of paperwork. And it could lead to an ending, but it's going to be really good for you. I feel like you're so highly connected that whatever ending that you're afraid of, don't be. And then we have this little guy. He is our frog of the Star Nation. He just represents creation. Frogs live in water, and he's out there in space, and I feel like you have so much space. Let me just find my book so I can read you the frog, because he is Celestial Toad. Heightened state of awareness, the left brain, in mother energy, dimensional travel for new information. Yeah, you're being guided to either dream. That's what I would say to do at the beginning if you are unsure about meditation, is to just keep a dream journal next to your bed, and then when you wake up, just write down the first thing that comes to mind when you wake up. Because if you set that intention before you go to bed, say I'm going to wake up with a new idea, wake up and write down the first thing that comes to your mind, and your spiritual guides will, which are really this stoic, beautiful, very flowy energy. It's really nothing to be scared of at all. It's something you can tap into and travel between worlds all you want. And it looks to me like you're meant to do that, and maybe meant to teach that. Maybe you're meant to understand meditation to a point of teaching it. But meditation is a very big deal. I feel like you have ancestors willing to communicate with you, and have something they want you to fulfill. And this one, if you can see this, it's just like a eye. Very cool. It's another celestial crack in the universe. So interesting. It is the Black Sun. It's full of secret worlds, no doubts, inner truth, creation, lost memories, simplicity, and spirituality. Alright. Yeah, don't be afraid of anything that you do not know. Just because this is the realm of the unknown and a spiritual unknown, maybe you kind of get the EBGBs when you think about astral travel and stuff like that, but I just feel like it's something that you are meant to do because you have this ability to create using magic and your wisdom. So we've got teaching on here twice. Magic is all over the place in this reading, especially just because it started out with everything being in place. I can't believe that. And then we have not very much grounding work to do, which is new because lots of people have been needing to do the grounding work, where you have like 0 grounding cards. And maybe that's a good lesson, because in order to move forward with our mind or any other way, we have to first know where we are, which has a lot to do with the grounding work, which is just being close to nature, planting seeds, getting in tune with our body and our body's needs. So make sure that you are feeding your body very good things. I feel like that's already been put in place just because we don't have anything telling us that we need to. The death card doesn't really flag anything to me. Just maybe about keeping the cycles open and being open to new things coming into you. Ah, yes. We have the crocodile. Crocodiles and lizards represent transformation and being in 2 places at once. So they're in the water and on land, and the crocodile is... Let me look for him so I can read him. Very first one. He's the bringer of new worlds and regeneration. He represents the Little Dipper, and he awakens change. So be daring and fearless. Yeah, so you've got all sorts of wisdom, and you've got all sorts of magic on your side. I feel like maybe you've just been second-guessing yourself or telling yourself that something else is going to happen that's already happened before. But you really do not need to have that fear at all. I would just totally let go of that and be on this free-flowing wavelength of just accepting what is and accepting what comes. I feel like you have nothing to be afraid of when it comes to moving forward, and do the astral projection stuff, you're being called very strongly to connect to the stars. So dream big, shoot for the highest good. You have magic on your side, you have wisdom and transformation all over the place. Just tap into a little of this. Which most of the time this is grounding work, like taking care of your body, but I feel like this is a lot more like, okay, your body's good. You have been doing the inner work. Now it's time to do the outer work, which is the upward reach to the unknown. Whatever it is that your belief system is on the universe, creation or evolution, Big Bang Theory, whatever. I have a meditation that I'm going to do that takes you up to this space where we let go of the burdens and run past the things that have happened to us and drop the heavy boots, and then we can really run, and we run down the rabbit hole and we jump, and once we jump we just float there. We don't fall, we don't do anything. We have complete control over how fast we fly once we are in this space of ever knowing. So then you can control your speed, you can come back anytime you'd like, and you can go sit on the moon and enjoy the colors. I mean, look at how wonderful these colors are. We have all of these purples and gases, and you can just feel with your fingers what all those little sparks would feel like, and just be out in space for a minute. You're being called to go out there and meet possibly some of your guides or ancestors. Both of these are ancestral. And maybe there's a change going on within you that you need to drop whatever burdens are holding you down, because it's acting more of an anchor and keeping you scared rather than actually helping you to fine-tune your decision-making processes. So keep in mind, magic, stars, shoot high, celestial everything. Meditation and patience with yourself is key, and when you do this, you will come back ready to teach and project this upon other people in a very big way. So, I did mention my group program. That's the way to work with me right now. I'll do one-on-ones. If you want to get a hold of me, go ahead and email me or send me a Facebook message, but I am going to do this Facebook group where I host about 30 to 60 people, and we're going to go through the month of December, where we take the first week and do this, second week we do that, third week and fourth week, and so we will be ready for this transformation, magical transformation, to happen by the time it is January 1st, 2018. So definitely get in on that. It's just facebook.com/groups/mountain medicine mindset. So check that out. Come and hang out with me. We're going to collaborate with some like-minded people. We're going to talk about this magic stuff. We are going to do some astral projection meditations and stuff so that you feel nice and ready for 2018 for your New Year's resolutions. So I will see you there. If not, then I will see you next month for your reading. Thank you.